Hello. Hello. Hi, everyone. I hope you're feeling a bit better. Me too. I slept and stayed in bed like a good boy, and I'm taking it easy. And hoping for the best. Hey, friends. Good to see y'all. We're playing a little Valheim today with Will. I'll jump in a call in a minute. I just wanted to see if I could get the server going. I'm gonna just jump in call because I think Will is distracted. Which is fine. Where is... There we go. Look how cool Lady Jingle is. Her thighs are making me feel things. Look at our... We had a cool little headlamp. I want that back. Love a good thigh. Love a good thigh. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't feeling great for D&D. Bodies tend to be frustrating. I definitely, once I get, some savings back going, I think I'm gonna try to get myself in a clinic. Hey!
How you doing, friend?
Good.
Random question. Is your Twitch being weird at all today?
I mean, I just started, so no so far.
Okay. Well, hello. Everyone's here together. I've been a little bit manic this morning, so I'm basically stupid at high speed right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even have the multi-stream setup or anything like that.
That's fine.
And the password should be with you now.
There we go. Server's up. Okay.
Lizzie, if you would get us a multi-stream for both myself and Dan, I would be sincerely appreciative. And yeah, we've just been nattering about the fucking deluge of good games that have all come out today.
There's a lot of games that came out today that very excited for.
Yeah. Alongside fucking new DLC for Vampire Survivors.
See, Vampire Survivors is a miss for me. That one's a miss for me.
No. It's not a miss, right? Like, oh. No. Thank you. Sorry. It's more like, you know, your friend brought round some questionable substances, and you went, you know what? This isn't for me. It's not a miss, it's that you're safe. Vampire Survivors isn't a game, it's a compulsion. It is something that commands my life, and it does not give me rest or peace.
Well, that sounds fun. Well, that just sounds like a good time, if you ask me.
Yeah. And now there are achievements that I haven't completed, and that will be staring at me in my stream library until I clear it out. Anyway, mate, thank you for joining, and I hope you're doing good.
Yeah, we're hanging in there. We're hanging in there. Excited to chill and build shit.
Yeah. Weird that a game about, like, you know, Vikings in Purgatory is probably one of the chillest games that I have right now. Like, on rotation.
Yeah. I will say I'm very excited for us to get back to Abiotic Factor.
Yeah.
I was surprised how much I enjoyed that.
So I talked to both Sadlin and Floydo.
Mm-hmm.
Floydo doesn't know if he'd be able to make Sunday, but he also doesn't want us to wait. Because I apologized that we went to the cool Mistlands without him, and he was like, nah, like, just, he didn't want us to miss out, and I'm like, oh, for me.
Mm-hmm.
And Sadlin is also a maybe, so...
Also, I'm totally fine with waiting for folks, because I think the more we have, the merrier.
I know, like, you're right, but I...
I know, the call is real, but it's also one of those, like, I know how crafting survival games go if you miss out on a session.
Yeah. And, you know, who are we without celebrity chef Sadlin to take us through?
I know, it is really nice having a someone play chef. Okay, so...
Yeah.
Video game time.
Video games.
What we need to do is, one, we need to go harvest a whole bunch of copper in Black Forest.
Okay.
There's those little copper veins that they look like smooth ground. There's just a whole bunch of copper in them. That's one thing we need to do. We need to raid more crypts so we can get 5 more of the things we needed for this so we can get a charcoal maker. And then
that'll get us the fuel we need to start smelting.
Yeah, because it's kind of a pain to do charcoal on your own. And then once we have those 2, then that is like a whole new tier of shit we can start working on. But those are the big things I think we need to, like, primary objective for the day.
Okay, so crypt hunting's probably the first, because once we have the cores, we can make charcoal, and then whilst charcoal's being made, we can hit the Black Forest, because the Black Forest is just up the road. Like,
yeah,
it's not,
I think we can do either. Honestly, I think we can either both just tackle and find. Because do we know where more crypts are? I don't have any marked on my map, and I don't really. I remember the one we went to.
It would have been very smart of me.
Yeah, same. I'm kind of feeling stupid that I didn't do that now. Yeah, I'm totally cool if we wanna just go hunt for one, and then once we find it, call the other person over, and then we can both just kind of like raid the Black Forest.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? Oh, look at your old bone shield.
Yeah, I get to be the blocker.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna eat food first. Oh wait, I have gold.
But yeah. So let's go. We go find crypts, go get goodies, get into mischief.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I have the first raid of the day over here.
Oh.
Trust me. Hello, hello. Coming in one and all. There is a multi-stream where you may watch both myself and Hero to the People, Dan Jones.
That's me. Thank you, Lizzie, for that.
And we can get into some full mischief. Yeah, okay, so to those of you who have just joined us, my name is Will on this side, and I am joined by, because I'm Dan Jones, specifically.
That's me.
This is our second time. Oh, sorry about that. The baby boy's getting his feet cleaned. This is our second session on this server of Valheim, but Dan has played loads, and I've played a little. So we know what we're doing, so you don't need to help. But you are more than welcome to kick back, relax, and have us Viking entertain you. Should have eaten before I left.
Totally unrelated to anything.
Yeah.
I watched this video that someone posted in my Discord about the band Ween and SpongeBob SquarePants.
Ween and SpongeBob SquarePants. That's where we're starting off today.
Yeah. And so I didn't realize like Ween was a large factor for like maybe not a large factor, but a contributing factor to the creation and idea of SpongeBob SquarePants. There was like the creator was a big fan of Ween's music.
Okay.
They even got them to commission a song that's in a SpongeBob episode written by Ween. Any guess as to what potential song they might have put in a SpongeBob SquarePants episode by Ween?
Please let it be Goofy Goober.
No, it's the remember in season 2 when SpongeBob learns how to tie his shoes and there's the loop de loop. That's a Ween song. It's the loop de loop tying a shoe song.
For both streams, for all involved, how many of you knew that ahead of time? Because I fucking did not.
It's pretty amazing. But one of the other cool things is when SpongeBob the movie came out, and that was the original planned end of the show. The final song that plays when the credits roll is Ocean Man from one of the albums that kind of like inspired SpongeBob was a Mollusk by Ween. The Ocean Man, take me by the hand. And like, I don't know, for some reason, knowing that fact of like the planned original end, oh my god, that thing just destroyed you. It feels very like heartfelt all of a sudden. I've been listening to Ocean Man nonstop basically since I watched that video.
That skeleton just fucking exploded me.
Yeah, they're sniping the shit out of me too.
So Trustney is heading out. Well, thank you for bringing your lot in. And again, to those of you who've joined us, please check the multi-stream because Dan, however, did not get one-shotted by a fucking skeleton.
I'm about to follow you.
My ruddy cooked meat on my body. It's alright, it's fine. It's a good reminder. Valheim ain't nothing to fuck with.
Oh, that's a big steep drop.
I've just had Metalocalypse in my head all day. One of the fun things about TikTok is of the fact that you can just slap any song onto anything. So someone put the "Do you like coffee?" over the latest Street Fighter trailer, and it's been stuck in my head since then. From the hills of Colombia. Kick a grayling in the face. They know what they did.
Yeah, I meant to share that earlier with my chat, and I didn't.
I know. I'm glad I could fucking be there for it.
Yeah. Whoever posted that in the Discord, thank you. It was a good watch. Also, definitely something I never would have expected.
I've been. I was talking about this over here like a couple minutes before we got this little movable feast underway. But my friend Sam has actually started doing YouTube work. Sam was like a reviewer for like Ars Technica and The Stranger and a whole bunch of like gaming sites and things like that. So I was watching his review of Animal Well, which Animal Well is a good reminder that if a game publisher succeeds and they do good, doesn't matter who starts it too much. It's that one is Donkey's Company.
Oh, I had my shield up.
Oh no! I just got here. I fought so hard.
Hey, let's consider. Thank you for 28. I am really looking forward to Hades 2. My original plan was to totally wait until it comes out, sometime next year. And the more I think of that, the more I'm also like, what if I play a little bit? I hate it. I'm gonna try not to play it till 1.0.
Oh god, dude, even with the big shield, he's kicking my ass. Fucking skeleton.
It just I didn't realize like how far along Hades 2 early access was.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be a lot lighter. Um, I am also trying to resist the urge. Um, I probably won't be covering it for a while, just because I know loads of people will be avoiding stream spoilers and the ilk.
Yeah. Yeah, I won't get into chat of stuff I've seen, but like I've been lurking in a few streams just because I was curious how it was going. But yeah, like you can do like a whole run, like, and I'm like, that's not how Hades 1 was.
Well, yeah, well, a lot of people are philosophizing that this could be because either it's going to have a shorter early access cycle, or there's a lot more to it this time around.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot more to it because even in the blurb that they have posted when you like first load up the game is like, hey, here's our development cycle. We're aiming at sometime next year, like for release.
Yeah, I have avenged you.
You whip him.
I chipped away at him slowly, being a
Hey,
bastard. But
listen,
hey, a win's a win, right?
a win is a win.
Yeah. So peeps over here are saying that a lot of them will be waiting for version 1.
Yeah,
And I understand that. Like, oh fucking hell! Oh, it's the big grey shaman just vomited on me.
nice.
So I was gonna go get my. I have one of the talking Medusa plushes, and I was gonna get that and do a whole little bit, but no, Grey Dwarf Shaman face here was like, "I'm gonna puke on your boat," and he broke my face. Damn, he broke my face. Is this just our run, like alternating corpse runs? Well, this is what I wanted to do. There. And and let's not forget. I forget. No, it's just like obviously, I have no involvement in the success of Supergiant, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've never worked for them. I've never been a large entity that has been able to like affect their sales or anything like that. But ever since Bastion, I've been rooting for them.
Oh yeah, yeah. Bastion won me over hard, and I was just like, I'm just gonna play this for a long while, and then Transistor. I still haven't played Pyre, to be honest. I need to play that one.
Um, it's very visual novel, very sports game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know what to expect. I just need to get to it.
Me and I loved the characters of Pyre, but gameplay wise, I'm not a sports game guy, and a lot of people I know who have played through it and enjoyed it will. I despise the term save scum, but will definitely play fast and loose with. We are just doing corpse runs, aren't we?
Could
Yeah, they'll
increase
play.
Will's volume. That's as loud as I can make Will. Sorry. I got you maxed out.
I'm doing my best.
No, you're good. I can't boost you anymore.
No, I do not know what the fuck Discord's problem with me is. It continues. It continues. Okay. Sure the Greylings aren't about to eat my pants. But yeah, like I'm not saying Pyre is a bad game by any means. It's just it's a very specific kind of experience, and if you're not ready for it, it can be very frustrating. But yeah, jumping back. Like, I got Bastion because I had leftover Xbox Live points on my account. And I saw this game and I tried the little demo and I was like, this is pretty cute. And then spent years raving about it. Because it was doing wild shit like long before anybody else. Yeah, Arizen gets it. It takes a lot of vocal ability for me to yell so that Dan's mic can pick it up across town. So try not to go too hard. Relu! How you doing, friend? Oh, fucking bastards! I swear, every time I try and talk to somebody, Valheim's like, it's real cute you thought you could hold a conversation. I love that for you. I have your body guarded.
Oh, thank you.
But yeah, it's just seeing Supergiant just going from strength to strength is so wonderful. And the thing is, it's something to support, kind of like, you know, Larian's success. You know, that's how people should be making studios and building teams, like slowly, carefully. Not suddenly hiring 100 people and then being surprised Pika face when you hire too many people. Well, Relu, if we get to see you later, lovely. Me and Dan are going to be cool kids and Vikings for a whole bit. It's got to be great. Oh, dude, I got some carrot seeds.
Nice. I think we need copper tools before we can do any farming.
Yeah, no, that tracks. Alright. Shield wall up front! Where are these big bastards? Fucking hear him. Alright, there's definitely something here. Oh, no, just... Shields up! Clack, clack! Okay, I guess dead end.
There's a door the other way, then there's a skeleton behind it. So if we go straight there.
That's what I was hearing. Shields up! Clack, clack! There he is. Mess him up. Haha, don't turn around, skeleton. I will break your face. Oh, there's nothing here.
Oh, sick.
I love this for us.
I like the little mushrooms.
I'm not sure if I should just be eating them just raw, but don't worry about it. Alright, Skelly, come on, let's fucking go! Dude can't even hurt me. I am invincible!
Every time I see the three shields, I think of the three seashells.
Yes, also same. Oh, okay, this is a dead end.
Nice. Nice, very tiny tomb. Okay, where was the... This is the last way.
Did we do dead ahead? Or is it this way?
Yeah, we did dead ahead.
Okay.
This one's got 2 doors.
Yeah, what you gonna do? You can do, skeleton. Oh, there's two of you. All right. Get stabbed!
Nice.
Okay. Oh.
Oh, we gotta.
Shove. See him. Yeah. These are like the bone spawners, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's still
Let's
another
keep
skelly.
spawning them in.
Way. If we eat glowing mushrooms, we should be able to see in the dark, right? Or at least think that we can see in the dark.
Mm-hmm. I would agree.
Oh. I don't know how to hurt a ghost.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. I'm ghost dead. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm ghost dead.
Ghost Dead's normal, or is worse than normal dead.
I think it is. And Lance over here, thank you. Why did you promote RoboCop? What is up with that? Strange things are afoot. Alright, see if I can get back to you. Such a run. God, I'm supposed to be the beefcake and I keep getting my ass handed to me. What?
Getting a little bit of ass handed to you over there, sir.
Oh. Seven. Actually, Serve and Protect My Ass is the RoboCop porno adaptation. Not a lot of people know that. Surprisingly well written. I do like that weapons and kit in this game don't just out and out explode.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to spend like another 20 hours trying to recraft a pair of leather pants. Alright, heading towards you. The entrances. So the crypts, do they respawn their content? Contents?
I don't know. I feel like no in the past, but maybe they changed that.
It's one of those, maybe one of these lovely Mother Hubbards knows. Time to go get my pants back in Pants Dungeon. Yeah, shit.
Yeah, there, I opened the door.
You fool!
Go get your stuff. Actually, it might be past those guys.
There's 3 of them. I just kicked that guy to death. No! Don't shoot me! I'm just little. Just a little guy. I do like shield breaking moves and stuff. All I can do is kick him. Don't you die on me.
What?
No!
How did I die?
No! We may be in trouble together.
But not cores and treasures. Okay, yeah.
Okay. Oh. Mushrooms. All right, let's go together. But yeah, so while there's been loads of fucking nonsense going on in the video games world. I've been trying to focus just today on just the sheer deluge of great games. And there's so many to fucking pick from. I was saying, it's like, no matter what you're really in the mood for today, there is something for everybody. Did you ever get into Final Fantasy XIV?
Yep.
So there's a game that dropped today that's a co-op roguelike based on high-end bosses in Final Fantasy XIV.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I will say, I have no interest in playing the mechanics of 14. I'm purely in there for the story.
Okay. Look, there's got to be some peeps out there that are down for that.
Oh, for sure. Oh, like there's. I'm not knocking it at all. It's just not my cup of tea.
And I'm just super happy that's a thing that exists. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I think we're gonna have to just. What you got?
Yeah, no. The boss fights are fun, and I do have fun when things get spicy and challenging in 14. But I'm definitely not there for gameplay. It's a welcome change when it happens.
Oh yeah, you got that.
But if there is a video game on this planet that makes my wrist hurt more, I would be surprised. I've never had as bad of like wrist and finger pain when playing an MMO.
I'd say, God, that's impressive. But then I was like, you know, what did I play? I played Ultima, flitted with a couple of other games, then got really into what was it? Good old World of Warcraft.
Or like I think I was just saying like MMOs do that to me. Like I think World of Warcraft did the same to me. City Heroes made me feel the same way. It's just that constantly moving, hitting buttons with fingers, and like the repetitive cycle of it.
Apparently broken my fucking shirt. So alright. And there it is. Nothing, no door up this way. Alright.
Okay, this tomb looks like it sucks. It had one core.
So even the place with all those ruddy skeletons in is now empty.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was it.
We died how many times?
What did? I thought I put my clothes on.
So Scotty's yelling at me over here because, and I quote, "Some of us live through track and field video games." Well, you obviously never learned the technique. Well, apparently I don't even deal with gravity anymore.
One thing you missed about 11, you didn't have to platform and dodge anywhere as much as battle. I like that. I like having to do that. I'm just saying, like, attacking is what hurts.
Weirdly, the best one for not getting hand strain, EVE Online.
Yeah, you interact once every 15 minutes.
Yeah, shit, go over here. Alright, I'll be back in a bit.
I'll go make coffee now.
Right? Even the fights are
I'm going on break.
Yeah, even the fights are like, look, just stay X number of meters away, fire your guns when you feel like it, I'll see you in a bit.
I remember I only played EVE Online for a very short while. And I do remember one of the first things was I was exploring a system that I shouldn't have been in, having a ball.
Yeah.
Came across a capsule, and it was just full of like 150 human corpses. And then I went, maybe I shouldn't be here.
I always used to put the weirdest stuff in my ships so that anyone that shot me down would be thoroughly fucking confused about what kind of life I led. So it'd be like this battleship they'd pop, and I'd be like, this guy had 50 cups of coffee, 8 exotic dancers, a weird holo vid, and 3 dogs. What was he doing?
Okay,
I always wanted EVE to be something it was never gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I wanted it to be that interconnected, like almost LARP-like world, and it was never going to do that. You know, I played Dust 514. I was there. I was enamored with the idea of a game that I'd never see.
Bro, with the skeleton man.
Alright, I'm here to back you up. Let's
Oh,
fucking
there we
go,
go. Okay.
skeleton.
Found some copper.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
Yeah. Like, I don't regret playing Eve. Sure as shit regret playing the other games. Ultima Online took years off my life that I will never get back. Dark Age of Camelot, you owe me.
Oh, we got
Incoming
goblins.
Greylings. Aha.
Skeleton behind you, skeleton behind you.
Oh, he's a toughen as well. Oh, skeleton! That's a skeleton after a skeleton. Like an inhuman centipede. What are you yelling about? You have found some ore. I know! God. One of the wise crows. Wise ravens, they should be the patronizing ravens. I'm trying to think if there's actually any games that I genuinely regret playing.
Glover.
Mate, didn't you do that as like a bet or a dare or an event or something?
I've done it a few times. Chat was like, hey, you need to play this at one point, and I played it for an hour, and then once an hour hit, I turned it off. I've done a few gambles of like, hey, I will play through all of Glover if I lose this, or something like that, and haven't had to go back to it yet. It just has such a
gambles with Sanity Jones.
Yeah, has such a soft spot in my things that I hate.
Oh,
I love the idea of Glover.
alright, we have few friends. So there's a skeleton archer up in the trees.
Oh, good.
And Grey Dwarf down here.
I
used to even fucking shield. Let's go.
Okay. Nice.
Right, I got it. I'm getting stronger. You know, actually, I'm struggling to think of any games that I regret playing, you know? I'm not saying they were all good, but... I played this game on Tuesday that was, like, very inspired by some of, like, the Saturn and PlayStation launch titles. So, like, it was purposefully super janky. But then I was thinking about, you know, those old, like, you know, Parasite Eve, Blue Stinger, all of those, like, post-Resident Evil...
Oh, skeleton on you.
Ooh.
He ran up and then dipped. He was like, I don't want to mess with this guy. He's got a bone.
You know what?
Got a bone
On
shield.
second thought, fuck this! Ooh, that hurt.
Ow. Oh. Ow.
Oh, no! No! We're so far away! My little guy, his feeties got caught on the terrain. Oh. Don't skin my corpse. I can see.
I'm skinning you. Bringing back useful supplies.
Vanguard says they regret playing Lichdom Battle Mage.
Some long pork.
You speak the old magics. Alright, now begins the arduous journey to life. Oh, actually, we're right close to the coastline. I can just follow that up.
Okay, yeah, my pick is about to... Oh, yeah, my pick just broke, so...
Okay. Well, then I'm just going to run, grab my stuff, and come back to base.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's like 1 or 2 more little chunks of ore there if you want to grab it. If not, we should have enough to at least get started on stuff.
Well, like, I'm down for another run, either to find crypts or to head out this way. I just need to repair my goodies.
Yeah. Oh, no, I am too, but I'm going back to base, and I'm going to get started on smelting this stuff, because that will help us a lot. Having, you know,
yes,
like, a sword would be cool.
Yeah. We can start making charcoal from the fires.
Yeah.
Or from just burning some meat. Now, you do have an entourage, though, friend.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Too Human. There's a game I regret playing.
Yeah, I can't think of anything like I regret.
But, like, most of the games I played that weren't good, like, there was at least something to them, you know? Like, I rave about, and it's objectively terrible, but I love it. Mind Jack. I talk about, like, oh.
A weird banjo sequel.
Yup.
You know, I surprisingly don't regret playing Banjo-Tooie.
Oh, I think Lizzie was referring to Nuts and Bolts.
Nuts and Bolts is better than Tooie.
Look, that's your war. That is. If I was going to ask anyone, I'd ask you.
Yeah, Nuts and Bolts is not a bad game. It just shouldn't have been a Banjo game.
But Minnesota over here was saying Balan Wonderland, and I'm like, you know what? Fair.
Yeah, I recall seeing when that came out, a lot of people's takes on it.
Yeah. That guy is in the process of possibly doing time. Not for Balan Wonderland, but for insider trading.
Well.
Little fun fact for you there.
Yeah, very... How fun.
Okay. What is a shitey game that, if you got like a budget, you would love to remake? Just to either be poorly received or be garbage. Because the one that sprung to mind for me was Vampire Reign. Which, for those of you who haven't heard of it, was, I want to say, a 360 launch title. It was a Japanese dev. And the concept was like Splinter Cell versus vampires, where you just play regular guys trying to hunt vampires. But the hook is, it's like the city's most torrential rainstorm, and rain dampens a vampire's sense of hearing and smell, allowing you to be able to like snipe them and sneak up on them and shit. And it is awful stealth. And to call it action is a misnomer, because if the vampires detect you in any way, you're just dead. And it's built like a SOCOM style, like a third-person action, you know, Rainbow Sixian type game. But again, even though you have like machine guns or shotguns or what have you, if you get spotted, you are dead. There's no in between.
Mm-hmm.
But the concept of it, like, how would a bunch of regular people actually take on a vampire horde? Like, I don't know. I think that's a really cool place to fucking start. Oh, and sorry, jumping back, Lizzie did mean Banjo-Tooie. So I apologize. Sorry, Lizzie, I spoke for you wrong. I did the band. Lance is saying they'd remake Utopia for the SNES. Now, I'm drawing a blank, but I don't know if that one rings a bell with you, friend.
No.
Oh, let me pop the... See what you all pop in within. Yeah, no, see, Fearless, I'm there with you. Like, Dan, imagine you and I got to play something like Rainbow Six Vegas, but instead of shooting, generic badmen, it's like an actual fucking nest of vampires.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's the death of Redfall has definitely got me thinking about it a lot,
Orange. Okay.
Okay, here's Bone Town. Oh. Right, the bottom left is where I'm putting the ore for now, if that's alright.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
My little guy's very cold. Could go sit by the fire.
Your friend said he liked Redfall? That's good.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I spent ages with it, and it's... What broke my heart is that you can see what they wanted to do, and then basically ran out of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I was going to do a video on, like, air quotes, what happened to Redfall? And I was going to do it from, like, a game dev perspective, kind of like an episode of Columbo, like, investigating all, like, the assets and things they made and how it all came together, and trying to work out, like, what went wrong. And then Phil Spencer made that whole thing where he was like, oh yeah, no, here's actually why it wasn't good. And at first I was like, oh, Phil, that's good of you to take ownership of it. Just kidding! Said Phil. Just fucking kidding! Phil's on my shit list at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's on a lot of people's shit list.
Yeah.
I did see people nuked his settlement in Fallout 76.
Yes! Like... absolutely, positively deserved.
I don't even think they know what they're doing. It really feels that way.
Yeah. It's... Sorry. I said I wasn't going to bring this in, and yet I'm the one that brought up the conversation. Like, I mean, Dan, if you and our chat want to talk about it, I'm down to.
I don't want to. I'm good. We can pass. We just what we said is, I think, enough.
Yeah.
We don't have to have as a topic. What's so out of the games that have come out today, or within the past few days, what's first on your list of you want to visit?
Oh, Crow Country.
Same. I've literally played it tomorrow
It
because
looks so
I'm so
good.
ready for it. I saw it came out today. I was like, I totally forgot.
So I got to try, what's the other one? The Haunting Hunt.
Gonna be streaming it? Yes. Yeah. We'll be streaming that tomorrow, chat. Sorry. What was it?
Haunting Hunt.
Haunting Hunt.
So
I don't remember that one.
It's a roguelike horror survival stealth game. Sorry, it's a roguelike horror stealth. I keep burping, I'm sorry.
Crow Country, not Pro Country. It's a indie horror game, but like in the style of like N64 N64 Harvest Moon, but with like a Resident Evil aesthetic. Like, it's really bizarre, but it's so charming.
Yeah. And I've specifically not read up too much on it, but a lot of people whose opinion I trust have been saying it is exceptional. It's not just a meme.
Oh no, yeah, I'm totally excited. I watched a video on some of the soundtrack stuff for it because a mutual, like a friend of a friend, knows the composer for it.
Oh, nice.
I was very excited.
But okay, so what outside of Crow Country? Let me. Perios, stop it! I'm getting mocked for my burps over here. But outside of Crow Country, like, and Rabbit and Steel, that's the one I told you about, the Final Fantasy 14
Mm-hmm.
boss simulator. Um, like, the trilogy is kind of Animal Well, 1000 Resist, and then Little Kitty, Big City. Like, acid-soaked Metroidvania, a time travel visual novel, fucking, I don't even know how to. 1000 Resist. You kind of have to see it to understand it. And then Little Kitty, Big City. You're a small cat in the city, and it's great. Like,
Oh yeah. I think Dan and Carrie are gonna play that one.
that's very them.
I think I made a thumbnail for them like a year ago. I don't remember if that actually happened or we only talked about it.
Also, mate, I gotta say again, thank you for the Will Sona for the play frame stuff. You made me look way cooler than I am.
I just tapped into how cool you actually are.
That's
Dark Resident Evil Tulip. That's a great way to phrase Crow Country. That's excellent. Okay, I'm gonna be cheeky and overcook a few more things.
That's cool.
Because we're like one copper away from making the forge, so then we can actually make shit. So we still definitely need to go make that charcoal thing because we don't want to go through too much food.
Mate, yeah, we can't just spend the rest of our afternoon burning meat so that we can get like one spoon.
It's just like it requires 6 for the forge, and we have 5 right now. So it's like,
okay.
Then we can go hunt for another tomb.
But yeah, there's just such a deluge of incredible games, and that's the thing I keep trying to remind myself is, and that's just what we're seeing on Steam. Like, I don't know if anybody in either of ours has seen anything I haven't mentioned. Alleged was telling me about that there's a what if you mash together Pac-Man and Fall Guys game that dropped.
Pac-Man and what was the second one?
Fall Guys.
Fall Guys?
Yeah, that came out yesterday.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
I haven't seen head nor hide of it.
Oh, were you saying Fall Guys?
Hmm.
I'm sorry. I totally misheard you.
No, it's all good. Just normal men. Tall guys.
Okay, so we need more coal, so I think we just go adventure for the thing. Because I need coal to make the forge, so I'm just gonna store the processed ore. Where'd you put your stuff? There you go.
And see, I'd love to get some, like a cape or some more armor or something, but we've got such little deer hide, and we...
I've got 2 on me that I need to store. I don't know if that helps.
Mate, I got so used to abiotic factor, I was trying to open up the same chest as you.
Oh, so one thing, I don't know if it was an upgrade we missed or something, but you know all those storage bins we make? You can label them.
Can we?
Yeah. And I was like, oh, fuck, all that time of trying to figure out and explain it. We could have just labeled them.
You know, I was trying to make like a little signpost just to name lobby base, but I have to admit I'm feeling very smug about that because when we were setting up, sorry, this is for those who didn't see. Me, Dan, Floydo, and Celebrity Chef Sadlin all played Abiotic Factor on Saturday, and it was the best. And forget who it was, but somebody was like, "Oh, you can't build your base there. That's in one of like the patrol areas." And we went, "How about no?" Built us, and I say we. I was kind of, I was flopping around a lot on Saturday. I understand I was the weak link, but like, Dan and Sadlin built us this gorgeous base in like the lobby of the office. We had a breakfast nook. We have a soup table. A table just for soup. Like, it felt glorious when someone was like, "No, you can't do that." We immediately did the exact opposite.
Okay, I'm being a little cheeky and making myself an upgraded bow because the bow does so little damage.
No, go for it. Like, at the moment, my job is just be the wall. That's why I'm gonna make...
Okay. I am ready to hunt.
Yeah, so if we see more... if we see more leather...
Yeah,
especially deer
I will start sniping deer when we see them.
Okay.
Wood.
AR, don't judge it. Sorry, don't question it. And second, thank you.
Oh, you know what I should make?
Come on in, all. Come on in. We're talking about... I guess we're talking about all the feckin' good games that have been dropping this week. Bloody marvellous.
Sluggard, thank you for 19 months. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm ready for real now.
Okay. Snack attack, let's go! Oh, grab some mushrooms. These have all grown new. That's lovely. Bully them like they've bullied us when we don't have pants.
Right.
And so Scotty, you were telling me about this. The new hotness shooter, not the extraction one, the one that Fred was playing.
Professional day at the office, yeah.
Delicious meat. Yes, the not Tarkov. Oh, you got a little gremlin chasing you, Dan.
He's fine. What's he gonna do? Hurt my feelings?
That is actually a skill that they have.
You can't hurt my feelings more than I hurt my own feelings.
Yes,
good fucking
method.
Luck.
Nothing you can say to me I haven't said to myself.
Yeah. It's a superpower. It's a shitty superpower, but it's a superpower. No, I'm getting these stupid deer. I had 2 deer just right next to me, and I was like, next deer I see, I'm gonna shoot him.
Was one encouraging you to shoot the other?
Yeah, one was going a little slower than the other, and I was like...
Don't have to go faster than the monsters.
Yeah,
just quicker
just have
than
to go faster than you.
Yeah, I am very slow in this.
Bro, how are you alive?
Mate, the question I ask myself every day. That's good boar meat, though. We'll say, I tried a demo for an interesting title that was like, what if Escape from Tarkov was a roguelike? And love the concept. It's the ropiest demo I've played in a long time, but hope it turns into something, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I was saying earlier today, it's like, I love the place that we're at in gaming. That we have access to so much in terms of like variety and things we can do. It's not just 3 different cover shooters and maybe a fighting game, and that's it.
Yeah. I think like I remember around like college time, I was like starting to kind of just be like, maybe I'm just done with games, because it was just everything was so saturated with like, here's an FPS shooter, World War II. That's it. Enjoy. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I played this before.
I remember those days. And before anyone asks, that wasn't a badger, it was a boar. I'm not attacking badgers.
Wow. Can't believe you killed that badger.
He had it coming. He knows what he did. Sorry. Yeah, no, like, I remember those days so vividly. Like, I remember that spree of, like, when God of War did really good, and then suddenly everything was like an action and slash for like a year and change. Now, don't get me wrong, like, I loved Azura's Wrath and stuff like that, but I definitely remember feeling the same way of, like, I'm just fucking done with the same, you know, grey-brown first-person shooter, grey-brown third-person shooter. Oh, this one's a grey third-person shooter. Ooh, getting spicy. Like, what was it? I played the, it was the game before Warframe. Dark Sector. Oh, I played Dark Sector. Its banality haunts me even to this day. It had a glaive. That was cool. Literally the only thing about it.
Has glaive. Check mark.
Has
Everything
glaive.
else. No. Miss. Well, that deer gave me the opportunity there.
I figure with how loud my guy is, I'll just run around and kill some boars, get us some more resources, you know? I realise the problem we've been having hunting deer up until this point is because I run around going ba-dum, 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 ba-dum.
Well, sometimes you need that. I'm just hunting for tombs. But killing anything I see while I explore.
Well, give us a shout when you do.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're penchant for adventure.
There is some copper in here, too.
Because I was talking about this in relation to good old Spec Ops The Line and how it doesn't work as well anymore because it came from a time where every second game was a cover shooter. You know, Gears of War had taken everything, and then first Call of Duty Modern Warfare had everybody making, you know, modern military nonsense. Aha! You know, the reason it worked was because it was such a subversion of the norm. And back when the norm was, 3 different games that all look the same.
Yeah. Ooh, a 2 deer hide from that? Nice.
Love to see it. Yeah, it's like, I think, in terms of like subversion of expectation, meta-narrative type nonsense, I think Doki Doki still works because, like, you know, visual novels are still visual novels, right? But like, what is a mainstream AAA game is very different than what it used to be. And we got all the cool shit that Daniel Mullins made and stuff like that.
Speaking of Doki Doki, I believe Dan's doing the opening to SGDQ this year.
Really?
Yeah, he's running Yoshi's Story All Melons as the opening run for SGDQ. I think he's put it in every year and he's never gotten accepted.
Wait, so, like, Floydo or Emmons?
No, the Doki Doki guy.
Oh, the Doki Doki guy! Oh!
I can't remember his last name. Dan something.
There's always a Dan. There's always a Lighthouse. No, good on him.
Yeah, it's become like a meme in Salvato. Thank you, chat. It's become like a meme in the speedrunning or like the GDQ community of like every year he submits it, and he's the opening act this year.
Fuck yes. Did you put in this year?
No, I've still never submitted anything.
Oh, you gotta.
I would need to like actually grind out a run. I've never grinded out a run. I've just done a few for funsies.
My apologies. I guess I kind of I wouldn't say assumed, but like I've seen your speed running.
Yeah, I do enjoy doing it. I just like the way I've handled the few speedruns I do is I'm like, ooh, I'd like to get this time, and then I get it and I'm good. And it's usually nowhere near like record or anything like that. I just kind of get something I'm satisfied with and move on.
Oh, I think that's understandable.
Cause I know I'm bad with like I have to beat this, you know, kind of thing if I get myself in that mentality. And I think if I don't give myself that, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna hate everything until I get the world record. And I don't want to do that, so I try to limit myself.
So TSCTH, armor's already in Abiotic Factor. You just have to unlock it.
Oh yeah, they do have armor. There's a few recipes that I even have for the crafting and stuff. I just never made it because who needs armor?
Yeah, Sadlin made like a set of rolled up magazine armor, which fucking I love that is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I found, well, no, so we all found the lead vests. I found like the karate helmet. I don't want to say too much because I know loads of people are enjoying it, and I don't want to get into spoiler territory, but Dan, I don't think we're too far off of finding, let's say, naturally occurring armor.
Ooh, okay.
I think once we do the next thing, we'll start encountering, yeah, naturally occurring stuff.
Love it.
Also, like, I wanted to say again, like, thank you for letting me be the cheeky sniper of the team. I always love doing that.
Oh, for Abiotic, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm big on like everyone having a role in games or anything like the same. Even when I play D&D, I'm like, I will not play the same class as someone else because it takes away from my enjoyment because I like everyone having a niche to fill.
Right, and it, especially if you have two people that both want to play the same class but one knows it better, somebody ends up feeling like a third wheel.
Yeah.
Oh, and just very quickly to those asking, so Dan's played fuckloads of Valheim. I've played as much as you all saw when me and Jokat did it. So, I'm the catch-up. But there's also a load of content that's now kind of like endgame that neither Dan or I have seen, so don't tell us.
Can't believe
Yeah, so Dan, it was you that suggested back in the day that for Monster Hunter we all have our own, we each pick a different weapon
I
Right?
see. I love playing that. Like, I'm not gonna lie. When I play with a friend and they're like, "I'm just playing everything," I enjoy the game less. I hate that I feel that way, but I do feel that way.
No, mate, I'm 100% there with you. I know I shouldn't feel all like protective and defensive over what I perceive as my class, but
Yeah. I'm totally fine if I do meet another greatsword user and we can both unga bunga greatsword swing, you know, and have
yeah.
that. There's something about when someone's just like they switch freely from each weapon to weapon. I'm like, it aggravates me. I don't know why. It shouldn't, but it does.
I just, I don't know. I feel like I'm one of those people in MMOs that I'll play one class, one character. I'm never one of those like play multis. But yeah,
Honestly, that was a huge thing for me with 14. I almost just didn't even give 14 a chance because you can be every class, and I despise that.
I like having an identity,
Yeah.
a purpose.
It's one of the things about the game I still really don't like. Obviously, like I can understand the perks and benefits of it. It just kind of takes away from the MMO aspect to me because now I don't really have a purpose unless like it's like, oh, everyone should have every class unlocked because then like you're not limiting other people's slots and when they do
Yeah.
raids and stuff like that. And I'm like, I just want to be good at this one class and that's it. And that you kind of get punished for that in 14 if you want to do a lot of stuff.
Mm,
Or you have a group of friends that understands that, which is what I've been lucky with.
mm. But yeah, jumping back to like Monster Hunter and stuff like that, I found, you know, I'm similar to MMOs that like my personality and my class are intrinsically linked. So I used to be longsword back before I had people I could play with. You know, back during like Freedom Unite or I forget what that one was called out here. I think it had a different name.
Not a
But
clue.
yeah, back when like solo play was incredibly difficult, longsword was one of the better ways of doing it because you could do a lot of damage and still move around. Because you know, you couldn't play Unlance solo because you couldn't do enough damage to drop a monster in one fight. Um, anyway, when you suggested that back in the day we all pick our own specialist weapons, I mean, I know you know this story, but for our combined audiences, because I played a lot of Monster Hunter, I picked last, or, well, I picked late, and one of the ones left over was Heavy Bowgun. I was like, you know what? I've never played a bowgun user in any Monster Hunter. I'll give it a go. Now, you can pry my heavy bowgun from my cold dead hands.
It is who I am.
Yeah. And I still remember, I think it was Soraya with the bug glaive. When it clicked with them was one of the most glorious moments. And that was like just us playing it in downtime moment. I think about that a lot. I should actually say, I think too much. That's one of my problems. I struggle to sleep. But yeah, I do think that with Monster Hunter, like letting people have a role that feels like theirs is key to getting people into the game.
Yeah.
There's nothing I think that will turn people off that game faster than having to be an understudy.
It's not only that, it's a big part of Monster Hunter, I think, is the discovery and the finding of a new toy that you got that helps your build.
Yes.
And when you're like, oh, I just defeated this new monster, and someone's like, hey, I made a cool new sword that you were excited about. Look at my new sword. That's what you were about to make. And you're like, oh.
Oh.
Like that ruins a huge factor, I think, of what the hell? Oh, it's a boar. I'm like, what attacked me? Thought it was a
Yeah, I
rock.
noticed the boars have a real distinctive scream. But
Yeah, and I know, like, especially for 14, like, I know I'm the oddball in that situation because obviously that's the way the game is designed. It's just a
yes.
personal preference thing.
But no, like I'm there with you. Oh, So Lance was saying that they predominantly run White Mage and Monk because they like telling people catch these hands. Fair. Kakazi was just yelling "moo," and well, so Perios and anybody else that hasn't had the chance, like Monster Hunter World is still worth playing. If you can find maybe one or two other people that haven't played it as well, prepare for like the best like 2-3 months of gaming with friends. It still slaps.
Still very fun.
Yeah.
I think most of World, because I kind of once I got hooked in Monster Hunter, I didn't stop.
You? I'm shocked and surprised by this.
I know. I did a lot of World solo. Like I did multiplayer with friends. But like my first time through a lot of things, I just did solo because I was so interested in it, and honestly had a wonderful time. I do think it shines a lot more with friends.
It also, World's one fault is that there are certain story missions that you have to play solo for the first time.
You just have to start the thing solo. Once you watch the cutscene, it becomes multiplayer again, and it's only an issue the first time you go into the thing, which I understand is not great.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I get it. It's just I wish they kind of just kept it as, you know, if you're playing it with somebody else who has not played it, you should be able to go through that together.
Yeah.
I mean, hell, I just want a re-release of Lost Planet 2 that you and I can play for realsies, or, you know, me and other people who want to fight even bigger monsters. Sorry, I've missed Lost Planet 2. It was sadly killed by Games for Windows Live. And
what could have possibly gone wrong there?
I know. But it has the DNA of what would become Monster Hunter World. Like the bite-sized sessions, the focus on cooperative play. Gotcha. Out in the woods, exploding deer. But it also had like transforming mechs that you could combine with your friend, and it one thing that was really fun is that it had QTEs, but the QTEs weren't about like, well, as long as you're playing it co-op. If you're playing it single player, the QTEs would fail. But like if you and I were playing, and during a cutscene, like you hit all your marks and I missed it, what would happen is at the end of like the cutscene, you'd be there in the cool pose, ready to go, and my guy would either be dead or would be flailing around in the background, getting his ass kicked or something.
It's funny.
The fuck? All right, cool. I thought I found an invincible boar and I was about to freak out. This should come. Yeah, I need to start heading back home. I got loads of meat and a little bit of leather. Oh yes, and to those saying, yeah, no, the Lost Planet mech design was just gorgeous. Oh, game I regret playing. There we go. Lost Planet 3. Lost Planet fucking 3. When people say, you know, what's a game you wish you could forget, we often talk about games we wish we could forget so we could experience them new again. I want to forget Lost Planet 3 so I can forget where I fucking played it. Okay. To both our groups, if you never encountered it. So Lost Planet 1 was like an action shooter with this like survive the cold mechanic where you had to keep killing bugs to power your suit. Also, the main character was like some huge, I think, K-pop star. Definitely somebody like.
Nero, thank you for 38 months.
Famous.
I remembered my mute button.
Lost Planet 2 was a co-op experience that focused on like, you know, cool, fun set pieces and giant bosses, and it was really cool. As Phyllis, oh yeah, he was a Korean actor. Thank you. Lost Planet 3 was a slow, trudging, tragic, like third-person cover shooter, which removed all of the fun and all of the snow and most of the giant robot nonsense. The reason being, Capcom was trying to appeal to like the Western gaming audience, and they thought that what we desperately wanted was sad old men that make mechs boring. Anyway, I'll be bearing that grudge against Capcom until the heat death of the universe, or until we get a really good Lost Planet 4. Okay,
I think I only played one. I think I only ever played Lost Planet 1, and I remember loving it.
Yeah, no, like, it was stylish, and the whole, like, you've got to keep going, otherwise you'll freeze to death, gave you, like, this...
Yeah, grabbing heat to keep going, I remember, was a really fun mechanic. Like, initially it sounds obnoxious, but it was really fun because it was also, like, you could get heat in battle just by actually getting, like, good shots, like, targeting weak points and hot spots on monsters would generate heat for you. So it also became, like, the better you got at shooting and the more aware of monsters' weaknesses and stuff, you would generate heat naturally. And it was, like, a cool mechanic of understanding the monsters.
Yeah, it was kind of like almost a proto version of Doom Nouveau's whole, you know, you've got to be the Doom Slayer to succeed. You know, the more fun you were having with it, the more heat you'd be generating. If you played slow and careful, you froze to death. If you got, as Will Smith likes to say, jiggy with it, then you'd have more heat.
Now, when you say jiggy with it, what do you mean? I want to know exactly what you mean.
I appear to have dug myself a hole. I will not be elaborating on the jiggy with itness any further.
Hey, chat, what's Nicole streaming right now? I just saw on my Discord she started streaming. Just curious. Little Kitty, Big City. Okay.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean that about your friend streaming.
Oh, no, you're totally good. I didn't take it that way. I just imagined you were yawning.
Red reminded me of another one of Capcom's crimes from that era, the reboot of Bionic Commando.
Oh, yeah.
Surprise, your arm's your dead wife. You're literally grappling around the world with the concept of fridging.
Well, hey there, Dan. Welcome on in, Playframe crew. Play friends, welcome. I am playing some Valheim with Mr. Will here. I'm muted in the call so he doesn't hear me ramble and greet you all. We're revisiting Valheim.
Immediately saying that.
I've played through most of Valheim before. I streamed it when it came out. But there's been new content added and a whole bunch of upcoming new stuff as well to it. And Will hasn't gone through most of it, so this is kind of Will's first experience. But right now, we're just hunting for crypts, and I'm cooking some food. Welcome on in. Good to see y'all. I just burnt my food. Great. We're joined by Dan and Play Friend community.
Hey!
I burnt my steaks. I was so excited.
Yeah, Floydell will do that to you.
Mm-hmm. How dare you, Dan? Just a little crunchy. Yeah, just solid rocks now. But if you've never played this game, chat, it's a crafting survival game. You play as Vikings in Valhalla, basically. Like there's the big old world tree above us. And it's really fun. It's got this really great aesthetic of like the visible pixels and stuff like that. A lot of really nice progression through boss fights and combat and stuff. It's just a really swell time. Also, I gotta say, one of my favorite implementations in a survival crafting game for hunger and like thirst kind of thing.
Yes, absolutely.
I will say, like, as much as I am enjoying Abiotic Factor, I think that's one of the weak points of the game. Is the hunger and thirst and bathroom and stuff.
I like
Not
the
necessarily
combo.
because it's bad. It's just one of those like. I felt like every time we were exploring, and like, oh, here's a fun thing to do, and you'd hear my, oh, I really could use a little bit of a snack right now, and it's like, I just ate, dude. Like, I want to explore, and then it would do the like, hey, if you don't eat, you're gonna die.
Yeah, I definitely wanted the our characters to say nothing, um, and oh my word, sometimes the timing on when your character would speak would be just so stupid. But
Yeah.
I will say the bathroom break I thought was a good one because it forces you to go into dangerous places because you can only poop in certain places, otherwise you poop yourself. But that means that no matter where you are, you've got to go somewhere. It adds this level of chaos, you know. It's like in
Yeah.
Left 4 Dead, you always have to stay together to survive. But what if there was a mechanic where every now and then you had to split off? I don't know.
I actually, you know what? I will say I do like that idea. I think the bathroom one is not that bad, and it's a also really slow occurring thing. Like you don't, it's not as frequent as the food hunger because you can like go from full food to hungry in like what feels like 10 minutes, and it's like that's a little too quick for a survival crafting game in my opinion.
Yeah, it. I mean, I could.
It's not like
about...
taking away from the gameplay. It's just one of those things that like it's early access. I hope they change it.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope everybody is having themselves a bloody marvelous afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm real happy we got to sneak in some Valheim today.
How was Pokemon? Any good progress? Any good new Pokemon catches?
I did see an Empyrean evolve. That's the Void Eevee, right?
What did you say?
Empyrean?
Empyrean?
Oh.
No. I want to know. I want to
Japanese
know.
names and
Tell
shit.
me, well.
Bully me! Umbreon, thank you.
There you go.
It all comes together. Don't worry about it.
I was like, oh, Dan got a Piplup in Gen 2? That's impressive.
Dan's just that fucking good at Pokemon.
Wow. He got a Fortress. Let's go. I love Fortress. Check this deer. Watch this. Watch this, chat. That's why they call me Hero to the People.
It is. It is.
Okay, that one didn't count. Only pay attention to the first shot. Okay, that one didn't count.
Oh, cool. So Floydo has landed in Kanto and is all set to explore.
Yo, dude, isn't that like, can you imagine being a little kid and the game was like, hey, you're like halfway through the game. Go play through Kanto again. It was, as a kid, it was incredible.
So just very quickly to The Fizz. Thank you kindly for a raid over this way. But no, so I got given a bootleg copy of Gold. Because, like, I'm not saying that I played the Japanese ROM of Gold before it was officially released. I would never imply that. But my stepdad came back from a work trip with a cartridge of Gold that had like a bootleg translation. But it meant no one else I knew had played through it. So, like, you know, I gear up my stuff, I'm ready for, like, a new Pokemon adventure. You beat what you think is the end of the game, and it's like, just kidding. Here's a whole ass other game.
Yeah.
I've never been surprised by a title like that, like, since, you know?
Still such a fun feeling, thinking back on that.
Yeah. Like, 100%.
Also, just, like... I played through Metroid 2 for the first time a few days ago, like the original Game Boy one.
How did you find it, mate?
Honestly, very fun. If that was a game I had on the Game Boy as a kid, I would have played the shit out of it. Like, it's a pretty competent little like it's a little linear for a Metroidvania, but it was great. It had like a lot of the staples that have like it created a lot of the staples in the franchise, like a bunch of the different beams and you know, space jump and all that kind of stuff. Like it was pretty good. The end of it was a little rough because they're like, hey, what if a bunch of Omega Metroids come after you in a row? But nothing like nothing too bad. Like I just didn't want to backtrack. But as a kid, I would have been like, yeah, I'll go backtrack. What's next in line for Metroid? We're gonna do Super Metroid, probably start of next week. I was debating if I want to do a rando or just replay through vanilla because I've only played through vanilla once.
I think there's still fun to be had for a replay. Oh, and to the fish, thank you kindly. I will try and drag Dan/Dans to a sober meet at some point. You gotta come meet the local talent.
Local talent?
Local talent. The Seattle streamers meet once a month. So I'm out of town for the one next month, but afterwards I will invite you along. Obviously, you're under no obligation. Just I got very excited about it.
I like meeting people. Dan says as a hermit.
Mate, I wasn't gonna say anything. Oh.
Yeah, I'm really excited for after Super Metroid because I've never played Zero,
Oh, you're in for
Zero
such a
Suit
good
or
time.
Fusion or Zero Mission, and then I get to play Dread probably maybe towards the end of the month. I'm hoping.
Okay.
Because those are 3 in a row I've never played.
So I don't know what the general consensus is on Fusion, because I played Fusion when I was at my most disconnected from like the rest of the gaming world. I fucking loved it.
I thought it's a lot of people's favorite. Like,
okay.
I think you have to kind of like exclude opinions on Super Metroid because of how influential it was. You know?
Yeah, that's a good point. One cannot simply talk about Super Metroid.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, Super Metroid's probably gonna win. But yeah, I've heard only wonderful things about Fusion.
Now, are you doing the stinkers as part of your block?
Sorry, what it? I don't know what you mean.
Was it another M and then the Galaxy Defense
No.
one?
I'm only doing the 2D Metroids.
Okay.
And I might replay through the Prime games if I feel like it, just for fun. But I kind of wanted to just do like the mainline Metroid games.
No,
because Prime games I love, and that was kind of all I knew about Super Metroid or Metroid for a very long time.
Yeah, did you know Tommy Tallarico did the music for all of it, personally invited by Miyamoto? Not a lot of people know that. His mum's very proud. No, Metroid is still brilliant to this day. Like, you can put Prime, you can put Pride up against very, very expensive modern FPS, and it outclasses them on so many levels. Like, I know you and I have talked about this like a gajillion times, but the first time you see Samus's face reflected in the visor...
Oh, yeah. That's great. Love those little details.
Yeah.
Other M gameplay is fun. I've heard the gameplay for Other M is fun. I don't want to watch them butcher a character live, you know?
Yes. It's interesting that team decided to make a Saw movie before Saw. Actually, no, Another M probably came out after Saw, didn't it? But, yeah, no, it's basically like if you had to watch a Saw movie, but it's beloved Nintendo characters that you care about.
Let's drop those rocks. It's 50 rocks, though.
Oh, great. This skeleton has been chasing me for a while. Oh, crap. A bed. He is a 2-star. Red skeleton. Why are you here?
Here, we need to not go in the snow chat because I will die instantly if any of those mobs see me. Because that's another, like, 3 zones away.
Might be able to skelejank him and not get my face broken again. Like in that movie Face Off.
So much meat.
No, like, I'm really glad you're enjoying 2, because, you know, I was a Game Boy kid. That was the first console I owned. And I fucking love Metroid.
Being in a bite. Yeah, I was surprised how much I enjoyed 2. I wish I had it as a kid.
I keep thinking, like, there's something from the Metroid series we're missing. Like, when we have these discussions, and then I have to remind myself that, like, aside from Prime, like, poor Samus has been, like, woefully underserviced. Like, comparable to other, like, Nintendo properties.
Oh yeah, I was very thankful for like Dread and Prime 4 because it was like it had been a minute.
I'm not done as dirty as poor Star Fox, but still.
I'm really like, man, I hope Star Fox returns. There's so many fun ideas that indie games are doing with the formula, and I'm like, man, if Nintendo attempted some of these, I would be very happy because I do love the Star Fox characters because just how much I grew up with 64.
Yeah.
But if not, hey, there's always, I can just play Whisker Squadron and Exodiac when they come out.
Yeah. I felt a little bit embarrassed that it wasn't until I'd put quite a few hours into it that I realized that Whisker Squadron is the same person who did Chase the Sun.
I've heard the name Chase the Sun. I can't think of it at the time.
It was one of the ones that came out of kind of like the early kind of PC indie darling space. For those of you who haven't heard of it, the premise is simple. You're flying a solar-powered ship. You've got to try and get as far as you can before the sun sets, and your ship crashes. If you bump into anything, you explode. But it's like a quick, like, repeat, play again, see how far you can get. And it, like, visual style is all just, like, untextured shapes and, whatchamacallit, not filters, shaders.
Didn't they put Star Fox stuff in a Toys to Life game? Yeah, it was just like a little reference, though. They just put a few characters in there, and I think maybe like a side mission, but it's not like a Star Fox game or anything like it.
Homie, they actually did Fox McCloud and his ship as a unlockable. I've got it here. The first time anyone's ever talked about this without me telling them. I've got the bloody ship.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's cool that they made like a little stuff for it. It's just like, you know what would have made me happier? A Star Fox game.
Yes. Starlink.
Not to be angry, fucking unappreciative gamer. But where's my Star Fox game?
Look, I'm happy it was a thing that existed. It was only for the Switch version, but the actual game it's based on, Starlink, wasn't
Starlink.
good.
That was it. I was like, I could not think of the name.
It was excessively mid, and because of the whole, Toys as Games philosophy was based on it being for children. You know, it was It was too complex for kids. It wasn't based on the existing IPs, and it was right at the end of the craze. So it sold like garbage. But for a while, you could pick up the little like Star Fox and shit in like Freddy's for like $8, which is how I got it. And it's real cool because you actually put like the little like the different pilots did different things, and you could actually have them like sit in the cockpit and stuff. Like the game was aggressively mid, but
You want Star Fox and Oot? Well, good news. Star Fox is in Ocarina of Time. Star Fox movie would be sick. There's a fan animation that was done like maybe a year ago, 2 years ago. I know Vinny Vinesauce did a voice in it as well as Germa.
cool.
But it was really good. It was like just a little like a think like a kind of like grungy, low stakes like almost like a PI kind of short film, and it was just building on the Star Fox lore and stuff like that, and it was great. I really enjoyed the vibes of it. Fox in Space, yeah, highly recommend.
I know it comes from that one meme song that did the rounds 1,000 years ago. I think it was a Brental Floss skit, but if I get to make a Star Fox movie, we're using puppets. Right? I'm saying that now. It's Muppets all the way.
I when Nintendo did the Muppets for the Star Fox Zero, it was really cute. I was like, okay, that's you got me, Nintendo.
I go back and watch the Muppet press conference every now and then, just to make myself feel good.
Mm-hmm.
And I watch the Mr. Caffeine presentation when I'm feeling bad about myself. Because no matter what I do, I will never fuck up as professionally as Mr. Caffeine. Not Caffeine, the person who frequents our channels, but Ubisoft's obnoxious, poked up spokesperson. Oh, and sorry, I guess for peeps, if we haven't met before, I'm one of those weirdos that goes back to watch old E3 press conferences, or oh, Dan.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen Cybermania?
I have no idea what you're talking
Okay.
about.
I will save it for a time when we can sit down and either do like a watch party, either streamed or just you and me hanging out or what have you. But 1,000 years ago, Legend's like, well, no, you can't stop me. 1,000 years ago, the Academy of Film and Television, the Oscars, tried to make the Oscars but for video games during the 90s, and it is the most unhinged disaster of all time. It is presented by like Leslie Nielsen of The Naked Gun and the kid from Home Improvement as a child. It features a live on-stage shootout, a beloved musician, and 2 WWF
What the
at
fuck?
the time wrestlers.
There's a fish just in our base, like a dead fish.
A fish.
Cold fish sushi.
Oh,
That's what my
mate,
wife
I'm so
called it.
sorry. He texted me earlier and asked if he could crash with us.
Oh.
I said it was okay. I'm sorry. I should have asked you. You know, sharing the flat and all that.
That's he must have, because the waves wash up sometimes when there's a storm, so he must have just got caught and died like behind our
Yep.
base. I was just like, what is that? Anyway, sorry. I that just was startled there.
No, mate, you're all good. But at some point, again, we can do it digitally. We can do it as people's or as a stream thing or what have you. I will sit you down. We will watch Cybermania together, and it will improve your life. And here's why. Because we all have those times. It doesn't matter how cool or talented or awesome you may be or other people may think you are. We all have the times where we feel like garbage, right?
No, never. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, gotta get it. But people were paid inordinate amounts of money to make Cybermania happen, including a baby teenage Jeff Keighley. Like, people paid far more than were paid to make that happen, and they biffed it. You will never biff it as hard as Cybermania. Like, no matter what happens, you will never... Oh my god. There's a SimCity tournament between a child and the actual mayor of Los Angeles. And they show no gameplay at any point. They just interview them backstage randomly. And there's no result. We're shown nothing of it. It just ends.
Sounds great.
It's a glorious disaster. It makes Giant Enemy Crab look like peak professionalism. Also, quick shout out to NoClip, who keep digitizing high-quality versions of old E3 press conferences that allow me to share all the memes that I now discuss. Well, yeah, oh god, yes. 2015, the basketball game with the totally real, not at all staged basketball moment. I think the one that cracked me up still was Just Dance for the Kinect, where it's supposed to be two devs playing it live on stage, and one of them just stops, but nothing changes. Because yeah, I'm one of those people that I am chronically bad at like dragging myself over the coals for my failings when I'm left to my own devices for too long. And so, yeah, I find things like Cybermania help to ground, you know. When I think about my professional life, you know what? Nobody died today, and I didn't make Cybermania. And the thing is, like, Cybermania is not like a fan convention. It wasn't a... it wasn't like, you know, PAX or anything like that. It was the Film Academy trying to work out how to make more money. And they done goofed. Okay, sorry, I'll stop talking about Cybermania.
I have nothing to add. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
Good. Mate, I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. Also, let me know if if you find another crypt. I haven't found any. But
Yeah, I didn't find any. I just came back to base because I had a bunch of supplies I needed to drop off. I had a full inventory.
Actually, I should. Got a little bit more leather. Trying to get enough to make myself like a helm and things, so I can be a bit more tanky in the front. River, you're fine.
You know what? I'm gonna make a cape. Make a cape for the two of us.
Oh, I made myself a cape.
Oh, you have a cape? Okay.
Yeah, I managed to get a couple deer on the way back.
Nice. Well, I'm making myself a cape then.
Apologies for the background noise.
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
Okay. My
You good?
Being the saddest boy in the world. But it's like, I'm not in the business of looking at, you know, people's art and laughing, right? That's not how I be. Someone who draws something has created something of more value than somebody who laughs at that drawing. It's just when it's rich people trying to move into other people's spaces, you're not punching down, you're punching up. You know? Jeff Keighley's not a mate. He's a rich Canadian question mark who makes silly money hosting now the only E3 alternative that gets the same kind of coverage. Mocking Jeff Keighley is punching up. And so you can enjoy it. You can have a good time with it. I enjoy a laugh along with a so bad it's good movie like everybody else, but you know, ultimately I have to respect the fact that they did actually make a film. But Rebel Moon you can laugh at until you're physically sick. You're allowed to, because Zack Snyder is a very privileged rich man. So I guess I'm just sharing Will's mildly unhinged coping mechanisms now.
Share away.
Laugh at Zack Snyder. I actually haven't been able to watch part 2 of Rebel Moon because I'm saving it. In case I get really sad.
Oh, look at the scones. That's not what I want to make, though. This.
I don't quite have enough stuff to be able to start hitting the snow areas.
No, snow area is not for a very long time. It's like 3 areas away from us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is instant death. Yeah, I think snow area is like the 5th biome.
Oh wow. So it's Black Forest after like soft baby lands, right?
Yeah, Black Forest is number 2.
Okay.
3, I think, is swamp, and then 4 is mountains. And then there's more after that. Okay, here's what I'm gonna move the all the berries and mushrooms to another little chest in the main house, along with like honey and stuff. That way we have just meats in Can I cook this fish? No. I think we need a bigger fishing thing. Okay.
Because like whenever we've been doing corpse runs, I basically just stuff my cheeks full of like mushrooms and berries.
Yeah, same. I usually just make sure I have 3 different things. All right, back to adventure. I'm going to go north. Also, we have bees now, by the way.
We have bees?
Yeah, the bees. I think they're happy. The bees are happy. The bees are happy, chat. We back in there.
Yeah, these bees know what's up.
They're happy.
Means we can get mead.
Yeah, I found 2 beehives, so I sniped them down.
I never learned how to actually like take the beehives, so mead has always been a long off.
Yeah, as long as if you break them, you can get them. That's all you need to do is break them. The problem is they poison you if you're close.
Okay.
So yeah, you can technically do it with like an axe and stuff like that. I think you're just gonna take a bit of damage.
Okay. But so Fearless, thank you kindly. And okay, so yeah, it's apparently Meadows, Black Forest, Swamp, then Mountains.
Yeah.
I don't know Plains and Mistlands.
Plains is after mountains.
Okay.
Plains is very scary.
I'm looking forward to scary.
How do you feel about giant mosquitoes?
I feel like I will have no even pangs of guilt eliminating them repeatedly.
Okay, how do you feel about never eliminating one ever? They are the scariest enemy in memory of this game.
Oh, mate, you're giving me Crimson Court flashbacks, you know?
I just remember because, like, I think at that point it was mostly me and Gam playing. I think we still had a few friends pop on every now and then just to like futz around in our bases. But like, I remember the first time going over to Plains, and we'll have a time when we get there. It will be an adventure for sure.
It's cool. It's you know, you're Justin Timberlake and I'm the rest of NSYNC as we're going into Hot Ones. Like, I'm too naive to understand the pain that is coming, so I'm just looking forward to it.
I don't. You make these references, and I have no idea what you're talking about. I just go, yeah, Will.
Look,
That sounds great.
In fairness, somebody else showed me this. It wasn't like I have in-depth knowledge, but TLDR was NSYNC apparently reformed for a tour. And as part of the promotional things, they went on Hot Ones, which Justin Timberlake had done before. And the video is brilliant because, like, for these lads, like, it's their return, it's their glory. Oh. Exactly, Fearless. Except for I don't know, but thank you. So yeah, so it's like Justin Timberlake looking like he's about to face down a firing squad, surrounded by his old mates who are all happy and jovial. They're like, yeah. Well, the fire makes grown-ups out of children, and they were no exception.
Did you watch the Conan one?
Yes.
God, Conan, he's my fucking idol, man. I love Conan so much.
Apparently, the number of people that reached out to him to ask, without a hint of irony, dude, are you okay after that, was very high. Like,
he's amazing.
He looked fire in the eye and said, I shall not fear.
I found a cave, but it's a troll cave, and that's not what we want.
Hate that. Sorry, I'd mark it off because I have a feeling at some point that's something we'll need to do, right?
I think just if we want more troll armor. I'm gonna see how much damage my bow does to him. Oh, fucking good damage. I might just kill this guy real quick.
Go for it. I mean, let me know if you...
Oh, that was a crit. That's why it did so much. Oh, God.
Don't you die on me, homie. I am a very long way away from helping. I'm gonna tell you what, like, if you want to hit the troll cave, like, I've just been grinding to get, like, a little bit more / better armor. So I don't just die all the time, but...
Yeah, well, I think we're just gonna explore and find caves or the crypts is the big thing.
Yeah, I should also say a lot of my obscure references nowadays come from just existing on TikTok.
Yeah, I forgot the button to dodge to. It's spacebar. It's spacebar and right click.
Did you get eat?
No, I just...
Did you get eaten?
Just, you know, back at main base for no reason.
If you can wait 2 seconds, I'll come with you, mate. I'm not... Okay, I'm about, like, 3 or 4 minutes away, so...
Oh, you're good. I'm just gonna get my shit and leave. It's just a troll in there.
Okay.
But oh boy, that crit damage was pretty fucking nice.
Yeah, honestly, I thought you'd be. I thought you'd be able to. Sorry, it's a really mean way of phrasing that. What I meant to say was.
Well, now I'm
I
gonna
thought
go
you
kill
had
him.
that.
Now I'm gonna go kill him, okay? You happy, Will? Now that troll's as good as dead.
No, you know what? I can't. I can't talk because anytime anyone tells me something like that, I will immediately and with no hesitation dedicate myself to doing the stupid. I think I told you. Yeah, because it was last week. I beat the Godskin warrior in Elden Ring way earlier than I ever should have because people kept telling me, "Well, it's fine. It's optional. Don't worry about it. You don't have to do that now. You can just leave and come back." Oh, fuck! Now I've got to do it.
So where are you in the game now?
So we've done, I think, the first big 3 bosses. So creepy schoolhead, gravity moped horse, and obviously the early one.
Okay, I'm gonna need a little more help there on the names.
We've done most of Rani's quest, and I just got to the Great Lift or the Great Elevator or what have you.
Gotcha. So you fought Renala. Did you do Stormveil?
Looks on over to the longship. Did I do Stormveil? Honestly,
The main big castle in the first area?
Oh yeah, no, I'm pretty sure we did that one.
Okay, so he's done Godric, and he's done. Yeah, and he did Radon. You said the gravity horse guy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gravity moped horse. Because his little horse looks like a tiny moped.
He is a god. And he demands respect.
He's literally holding up the sky.
Literally keeping a comet at bay.
And
while insane.
Yes, well, completely bonkers. And I've been told by multiple people that the reason he even learnt gravity magic because he loved his horse so much and he didn't want to squish it.
His horse's name is Leonard.
That's heckin' cute.
And I think there's like, I don't even know if there's a reference in game of the horse's name. Maybe on a piece of armor there might be.
It's Leonard. That's all I need to know.
Yeah, Leonard is Leonard's best character in Elden Ring.
Yes. However, I can't get over the way it's basically this giant of a man riding a tiny horse like a teeny tiny child bike. Well, so Aperios, and to those of you that have played a lot but not finished it, DLC's coming out next month, 21st. I won't catch up to the DLC part within then. I'm having too much fun exploring the fuck out of everything. But
yeah, no, good. Explore away.
I take it you'll be hitting the DLC day one, right?
Oh, the second it drops. I could be like getting married and be like, hold up, Elden Ring DLC. Sorry, honey.
You know what?
It's not gonna work out.
Absolutely. You know, much like Final Fantasy XIV's development, it's getting moved by a week. Sorry, I know we booked the venue 2 years in advance, but Elden Ring.
Yoshi P knows what's up. He straight up on stage was like, hey, we're pushing it back because Elden Ring DLC's coming out. And he wants to play.
It used to be so funny, though, especially at... oh! You can make a copper knife now. Kind of need more of a copper axe.
Yeah, do super appreciate that, because I definitely want to stream through Dawn Trail when it comes out as well. And that gives me a little bit extra time, because when I did through Endwalker, and I got in some of the final fights in Endwalker, I had to wait like a few hours sometimes for fights, because no one else was there yet.
Oh no!
Bro, what? With the shield up and everything?
I got to see that. Look, just
I was like, okay, shield will block some of it. Cause I keep going to remember how to do what is it? Yeah, okay, it's hold right click and spacebar is roll.
fucking the troll killed you like a Monty Python skit.
He really did. He really did.
Oh, it always used to make me laugh though, even at games companies where like there'd be a big release and suddenly everyone would have like a stomach bug or like oh I can't come in, oh it's food poisoning, oh I feel so bad. Like the rest of the studio wouldn't know why they were skiving off.
I had a college professor cancel class because Skyrim came out. I remember that. I think that's the one time I was like, like any other times of cancellations or people, it's been like a certain. And he was like, no, it's a video game's coming out and I'm playing it. Class is canceled.
Gotta respect it.
It's like the one video game release date I remember because it was 11/11/11.
Oh, they were so proud of that one as well.
They really were.
I had to hear about that for so long.
If you block it exact right, yeah, I know. I just haven't had to block much, so the skill is not there.
Yeah, so for those of you who may have just joined us, me and Dan have kind of we picked our roles. So Dan is the quick, stealthy archer, the dagger in the dark. I'm supposed to be the bulwark shield, you know, the wall that cannot be passed. And having varying levels of success with that, gonna be honest.
If I could like lure him out of the cave, I'd be set. But I don't think that's happening. I think he's stuck in there.
I mean, I'm getting myself a little bit more sturdy.
It's good.
Possibly we'll get to the point where we can just, well, I can just tank it and you can murder him with impunity. Ooh, tin ore? Look what? Do we have the facilities to smelt that yet?
We have to get the crypt things first.
Nah. I had a feeling that was the case, but you know, hope springs eternal and all that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make myself some leather pants. Because I figure I'll be swapping out my torso armor at some point, but you know, pants are forever.
Oh, bro.
Oh no! You got it! Yay!
But he lives.
Oh yeah, and Legend, thank you for sharing that again. Again, friends, if you want to see both perspectives, we have a multi-link where you can, I don't know, judge our driving, I guess. I didn't really think this metaphor through.
How are we finding so many crypts before and we can't find any now?
I don't know. Right.
You're looking in Black Forest, right?
Okay, so if hypothetically I've been looking in the wrong place, how bad would that be? Hypothetically, you know, not actually admitting
It's
anything.
totally fine. Listen, we're getting more hides and skins and stuff like that, so it's fine.
Yeah, so even with Fafamancy, we've got 12 hides and 25 scrapped back here. Plus we've got another piece of the hard antler as well. Good thing is, I've now got more of a...
Yeah, we shouldn't need the antler anymore, just in case one of us loses our pickaxe. Okay, I found a crypt.
Oh, Caffeine, what's and welcome. Caffeine was just complimenting the base layout. Yo, this is a Dan Jones original. Got a hearth, fire, the whole shebang. Actually, on the subject of that, Dan, do you mind if I... sorry. God. I'm in overly polite British mode. I'm just going to nip to the loo very quickly. Good luck with the skeletons. Please don't die.
They're terrible with fire safety.
They really are. But I'll be back in just a second.
Roger, roger. Man, I could not get my stamina back. It sucked. How long does it take to get there? There it is. Oh, there was a pike.
But thank you for waiting, mate. How's the Black Forest treating you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Alive.
I'm full on max debuffs before I'm even getting there.
Are you gonna continue to hang out that way?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
a crypt here, so I'm gonna go in it.
Oh, then give me 2 secs. I'll come join you. I've got a bit more beefcake. Hopefully, shouldn't get as beat up as I did last time. I'm getting savaged over here. I'm not a skeleton. I'm a person. But hey, Shift, fucking thank you. Caffeine, same. Oh. Thank off, Greylig.
Okay.
I have such little faith in my fighting abilities.
How far you've gotten in this game? I played all the content when it came out. I haven't played any of the updates though.
So that's what Mistlands and Ashlands that we
Mhm.
haven't. That you definitely haven't.
Yeah. I think there's a new boss as well that I haven't done.
Okay. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm on my way to you now. Time to stop and murder some dingleberries on the way. You know what? Some days I'm really impressed with the little necks. Like, even seeing me cleave through something 4 times its size, it's like, you know what? Yeah, no, I'll take on that Viking. I'll test myself. I might be a tiny little expendable lizard, but I have a can-do attitude.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's people moving in upstairs, and I could hear them. And now I am very paranoid that it's going to be one of those, like, turns out we actually have super thin walls above us, or super thin ceiling.
Mm-hmm.
And that would suck. A good friend of mine, I crashed with him a few months back, and his walls are so thin that I thought I was hallucinating because I could hear conversations, but no one was in the room. You know, when you're in that kind of like half sleep, half awake state.
Oh yeah.
I fucking feel for him. Ah. Skeleton in a tower. I shall leave him alone. You're already hitting the dungeon.
I'm just dipping in, not doing too far. Seeing what I can find.
Your thirst for adventure.
The thirst is
quenched.
real.
Is it weird that the soundtrack's giving me Hollow Knight vibes?
Yes, it's weird. I guess I could see that. I think I just maybe know the Hollow Knight OST too well, so nothing's registering to me.
Ah. Oh, and I found some coins for us as well. So if you want
Some
to,
coins, you say?
yeah, if you want to like stop and get like a Taco Bell on the way back from the crypt.
Ooh, yeah.
What's your Taco Bell order? I don't know if I've ever asked you.
Crunchwrap Supreme, no tomatoes. A few 5-layer beefy burritos.
Good shout, good shout.
Baja Blast. Used to be big on what was cheese wrap gordita crunch, or the gordita crunch, I think is what it was. It was the like chalupa shell with a hard shell in it.
Yeah.
But then like they made it a main menu item, and it became worse.
Okay. My order is usually either 3 of those, or like 2, and then just some of the like hard shell, you know, taco supremes and stuff like that. I don't know why. It's that cheesy gordita crunch sauce. Just live for that. Now, I'm not saying that I like Baja Blast, but I respect it. And it amuses me greatly because it's the closest and most American equivalent to Iron Brew. In that it tastes like every flavor smashed together in one, like, unceremonious syrup. And it goes very well with gin. Like this whole not dying when I get hit by skeletons once. I get used to this.
Anytime you want to come in with me, swell.
I got here as fast as I could.
I see you walking around in the map.
So you found a ghost.
Found a ghost. Thank you.
Well, I ain't afraid of no ghost.
Okay, so I just opened this, and that's where the ghost was.
Okay.
Knowlton.
Books. Nothing but net.
Wait, that chest was empty? The heck? Oh, this is... Wait, this is the path I went already? Wait a minute. How did that... I get turned around? I must have got turned around.
Unless it's one of those ones where you can enter the side rooms by different setups.
I think I just got turned around.
Oh, and Nels, what time welcome. You know, Jemami, like, Iron Brew is great, but there isn't another flavor like it. It looks like orange. It's not orange. Ah, beans.
Okay.
I don't feel rested anymore.
We need one more core.
Okay. There's like a fuckload of them in here, so
let's get
steal
him.
yourself, Viking brother. Oh, it's a fucking special skelly. So let's lure him back to the central part. The rest are stupid. He can set himself on fire here. Alright, that's one.
Nice.
Okay, we got this. Right, next lot. Ha-ha!
Excellent work, Commander. Hey, that's enough we need. That's all we need.
Ooh. Money, money, money. Money.
Hold that in.
Do you know what I can always appreciate is when people go on a really, really fun deep dive into fantasy nonsense. One of my friends I guess they were just having like an unhinged Tuesday kind of day, and they were raving about how, like, when people take RPG mechanics at face value, so the idea that, like, you can't do slashing damage to a skeleton because it doesn't have flesh.
Mm-hmm.
But then the idea of, like, in something like this, that you'd unequip a sword and then punch a skeleton and that's more effective. And I'm like, what do you think a metal sword would do to raw, exposed bone? Smashy smashy is the answer. Right?
Smashy smashy.
Opening the first door. Hear him.
Excellent.
One whole mushroom. Let's go. Second door. Oh, Skelly's on the left and Skelly's on the right. Skelly with a sword. That doesn't work.
Excellent. I think
Sorry
that might
if I
be
asked
it.
this last week. Did you ever try Dark and Darker when it was about?
No, I think I was waiting for a full release on that because it looked like a PvP kind of situation, like
Yeah.
dungeon.
Well,
All right.
so we've got the core, so we can now start doing tin and other stuff, right?
Yep, we can start smelting. There's I thought I saw a copper around here. Grab some copper so we get some extra goodies.
I still haven't gotten good at like actually being able to spot the copper veins.
So
I'm trying to, you know.
so if you find these like rocks, these little lines, you'll see some of them have like shiny cracks, and I mean shiny like maybe like they look wet.
Okay.
That's how you find them. So like this right here should be copper, yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, we're actually looking for the shiny veins.
Yeah. So like this big chunk of rock, I think will all be copper.
Okay. I'll work this side so I can keep an eye on your back and vice versa. Oh, actually, so I thought Blaster Master was just fucking with us. Apparently,
The game?
we keep a Hawkeye out, or Raven Eye out. Occasionally, as like a little Easter egg or something, Odin will be like creepy watching you
Yep.
from the background. I've never seen that.
Yeah, it's not a super common thing. Haven't seen one since we started playing, but we had a few of them when I first was playing the game.
It's fucking cool. Angel Cleaner. Thor had goats. I don't know. Odin had. Wait, no, didn't he have Loki's horse child? I know we've got a few people here that are far better versed in Norse mythology than I. Yeah, six-legged horse, which was Loki's kid from when he was a horse, and well, I don't think you need to. You don't need me to explain where baby horses come from. That one doesn't need an origin story.
I like making the trolls mine for you early on. Yeah, we've only had like one troll spawn. Haven't seen many trolls.
I tried to use them to get us some birch, but it didn't work. Because we do have loads of birch near base. And yes, Odin does get a lot of pets. Honestly, considering his fathering standards, perhaps he could stand to have a little less. I mean, obviously not as bad as old goose fucker Thor. Thor? Fucking Zeus.
Oh hey, speaking of trolls.
Right, shields up, clap, clap. Oh, my knees. gods!
That connected? That's stupid.
Both died. Okay. I'm not happy you're dead, but it makes me feel a lot better. Like, I had just enough time to realize the insanity of throwing up my block against that guy before I died.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's go. Berries for lunch. It's time for the naked wet sprint. Probably needs a better name. Let's go get our goodies. Whee! Shut that front door. Oh shit, I forget we have
Yeah,
that.
the reach is way longer than it looks.
It's just the fact that what I should have done was kept moving and avoided being hit. But I was like, no, I've got my shield. And as soon as I threw it up to block, I was like, wait a second, I have human bones, and then died. Rolling around at the speed of sound. Not wearing any pants. Nah. I want to do over on that joke. Back to it later. Fuck off.
Bro, can it stop raining? It's getting old.
Right, it reminds me of home, you know? This is the Great British Summer right here, friend.
Yeah, but the debuff sucks.
That's what you say about the United Kingdom. Love the area. The debuff sucks. Did you do this crypt already?
If you found a crypt, I don't think I've done that crypt. We don't need more, but you can.
Is that the troll cave?
The crypts all look the same.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, that's a fucking troll cave then. Okay. Oh, that's a fucking skeleton. No. Fucking no.
That's Cryptistan. Alright. You know, you caught me.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to keep going with that vein or if we just want to bring back what we've gotten so far. Like, I'm happy to be kind of like the meathead himbo of the squad for this run, you know what I mean? I never get to be the himbo in life.
I have a weird, like, aversion to the word himbo.
Huh.
I don't know why. I think just because I'm so used to, like, when people say bimbo, it's like, it's much more of an insult. And I'm like,
you know what?
well, yeah, it's an insult. I understand what is being described as a himbo. But I don't know, it just seems so mean. I don't know. Every time it's not a like, don't say the word himbo around Dan. Like, I don't care.
You know. I always find it like, because it was described to me as like, you know, trying to understand what does the term himbo mean, and someone just being like, we know Brendan Fraser in The Mummy. Yeah, that.
Never quite the two. I mean, that's all it is. It's It's
It is where the term comes from.
yeah.
No lies detected. Oh, and the troll did actually smash up a bunch of shit, so...
Nice.
If we need stone, we can get more stone from elsewhere.
It was one of those things that, like, people were using the word and they would never use the word bimbo. And I'm like, well, what do you think you're doing?
Okay, now it is time to go!
There he is.
Yeah, my shit needs repairing. My feeties hurt. He is absolutely chasing me.
He really is. He only wants you. Got eyes.
God, it's probably because I shat in his house. Oh, fuck. Please don't be... Oh, I don't think I can climb out of here. Oh, I'm in trouble.
What do you mean I'm encumbered? How did I suddenly become encumbered?
Oh, I'm gonna die in the dumbest way possible. Drown in a piss puddle. Okay, now the fucking piss puddle. I don't have any range things, so I can't back you up. This is the worst.
Bro, can I get some fucking stamina, dude? The stamina system in this game is so obnoxious sometimes with the debuffs.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm no longer wet.
You going for him?
Oh yeah.
Alright, I'll see if I can help. Hit the bed! It just broke my face! Dad, it broke my face!
Felt cold. That was the end of it. As soon as I got the debuff, it was like, well, there goes your stamina.
The icy hand of death touched us both. Okay. We must resist our urge to want to murder this fucking guy.
I have 2 health foods and a 50 food. I had 3 food.
Okay. We'll go, we'll grab our stuff, we'll come back. We can fucking murder him later. Like, we can let vengeance be our nourishment. Because the thing is, you and I both have a level of stubbornness that should be studied by science. So actually,
Red mushroom 50-50. I'm not. It wasn't an issue how much max stamina I had. The issue was the stamina recovery because I got debuffed and just constantly having to run on slopes there is drains your stamina.
Yeah. So you've got the disadvantage against the slope, and you're cold, and so I was cold and wet because I
Yeah,
felt
I was wet
fucking.
for a long time, and then I finally got no longer wet, and then cold killed me. Because it was right as stamina was recovering for me to get a dodge, and then it became cold, so I lost it.
Not dying to a bunch of necks.
Favorite weapon class? Greatsword.
Like in this
In the,
or just
yeah, I'm assuming you're not talking in this game.
and Angel Kalina. Uh, this isn't as frustrating as it looks. We're definitely exercising a level of stubbornness here.
In this game, I don't have a preference.
Have you tried to play this solo, Dan?
I mean, yeah, like, I mean, most of the time you're playing this game, I think you're doing solo stuff.
We're doing it together, though.
Well, yeah, you were doing it together. We're hanging out together. But like even today, most of this outing, we've both been doing solo.
Oh, I get you. Sorry, yeah, no, I know what you mean. No, just this is definitely one of those better with homies like experiences.
You didn't know run was a skill until Mistlands? How? What do you mean?
Yeah, it actually like it pops up and says it upgrades.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh fucking. So okay, so I can't do cool shit when I'm running. I'm gonna die again. Fucking whack garbage shit monster. So I can't do cool shit when I'm swimming, but a tree man can be drowned in salt water and be like, "Oh, let me cast my spells." I'm fucking fart wizard. Right, whatever it was I had to say beforehand is gone. You also died.
Mm-hmm.
Best friends forever. Fucking trolls.
You're curious of the game. The game is really fun.
Oh yeah.
The unfortunate thing is this Black Forest that we're going to being between two rivers that we have to swim for and get wet and get cold. It's a little annoying.
We're still pretty low.
You were zero running and you never hit shift. I do not believe you.
No, I'm with you on this one.
You didn't sprint because you didn't know it was a thing. Do you play many games, Izzy? I don't mean that offensively. I can't imagine not knowing sprinting.
Oh no, okay, so joking aside, I wouldn't call this parallel play. The reason I was asking about if anyone has played this solo is that when the bulk of like gathering and crafting, like making food, acquiring materials, etc., falls to one person, sometimes that can take the fun out of it, right? Or it can change the game into something else, which again,
Puke berries? Book berries? When?
Because like I'm gonna say it like definitely Ark Survival Evolved is not fun solo.
Jump for life. I want to believe you, Izzy. I don't think I do. It's like the first boss tells you to sprint.
Like, you would have had to have skipped all of the conversation pieces from the birds as well. Okay. Cleared the second part. See our bodies. We're just... Hey, Restless Roots, what's ho and welcome. We're just running back after this, right? Because I see a big old troll ass in the distance.
Yeah, I'm just swapping a few things around, because I hate how it doesn't auto-stack stuff in your inventory.
Right? So I'm having to just, like, panic put stuff on. Okay, our shirt's fucked, everything else is good. Alright. I hear the rumblies, I hear the bumblies. Knock the trees down. Yeah, time to go home. There we go.
Ow.
But also, if I remember correctly, the world is procedurally generated as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing I do love in games, but it means that sometimes you can end up in like certain areas of the game being more difficult than others. Because yeah, we're just low enough on the tech tree that taking on the Black Forest is a real challenge. And don't get me wrong, I like that. There's a certain amount of my hubris. Oh, you
Why
have
is that-
pinged, good sir.
How did I even
Do you
ping?
require
Oh, it's a middle
assistance?
mouse.
Wait. Yeah, Restless Roots, I hope you had a good stream. I hope you're doing well, friend. Once we get into like proper metal weapons, it's Spider Clock. I think I might stick with Stowe because I've been using it so much, rather than going for like sword. But I don't know. Amos, you're fine, mate. If you hear any whinging in the background, that again, the wee baby Amos.
You right-click on the markers. Thank you. I've turned the death thing off multiple times, but it doesn't keep.
Oh yeah, and I guess plus once we can get like a copper or tin axe or something, then I can use that to chop down the birch and stuff like that. Oh yes, no, and Restless Roots, it's not that Dan and I are being trolled, it's that we fought a troll, and it crushed us. Which, honestly, probably the more pleasant experience. Like jumping back, I think the fact that aside from taking on the crypts and things like that, we can spend time apart. It's kind of cool. Like, nobody's just stuck in base waiting for the other person to get their shit together, you know? Vernflow, Amos is about... got to be like 2-3 years old now? Or Dash. Hello, River. You're fine as well. Get it? Or Dash? Because the ball came to the door. Well, feck you all. My comedy genius is wasted. Wasted on you all. Alrighty, get our stuff stashed and jobs are good. It does amuse me greatly that arrows that you get shot with do end up in your inventory sometimes. That will never stop being funny to me. A simple creature like that.
How?
Is it another fish?
No, it's just a guy got in our
It's
base.
just an guy. Space. Oh.
Why is this not working? Gonna point at the hole. There was no prompt, chat. I was looking at the hole multiple times.
I was looking at the lights.
There we go.
One of the things that nobody talks about when one streams a lot is how jumping between 5 different control schemes every other day just melts your brain. I keep accidentally splitting stacks and things like that because I'm using one of the other myriad of games.
Yeah.
Schemes.
Same. Definitely keep finding myself splitting stacks weird and stuff, and I'm like, I'm not trying to do that. And I didn't do it last time.
I could eat another bite.
It's been a while, but I don't think it has an accessible inventory. You just load things into it. Yeah. Yeah, for some reason the prompt was just broken. I don't know if it was like maybe too close to the wall and the game wasn't happy with it or something. These are happy.